everyone. I have returned from the coffee shop for today. I am on my 2.5 week of working on secondaries. I finally turned in my first big secondary application. It was composed of 3 essays, and it was for my top school. The reason I decided to work on that one first was because I felt would motivate me more to get started and really do well with my research, because again it was for one of my top choices. So I did take a lot more time on this one than I would have wanted to. I mean, I know that it was a good idea to take a lot of time on it and make sure that it was reflective of my abilities and that I had tried my best and done as much research as I could about the school, and not taken it lightly and just whipped up something real quick and then just turned it in. So it did take a really long time. I hope that as I get through more secondaries, this doesn't happen a lot, because taking a 1.5 weeks on something like a secondary could be a good thing, but right now, for where I am in the application cycle, I feel like I should be moving quicker, ideally, through all of them, because I did apply to a lot of schools, and I know that as time passes, your chances decrease, especially with med schools, because a lot of med schools are rolling admissions, so as interview slots fill, your chances of getting an interview decrease, and schools will not consider you for an interview until they have a complete application from you, and that consists of secondary mcat scores, Casper scores, if your school requires them, your primary application, all of these things. But anyways, I feel really good that I turned in my first major secondary, and I feel a lot more motivated now. I feel like I can do this. I got the hang of writing, because as I mentioned earlier, I had spent 2 months this summer studying for my MCAT retake, so I was not in the writing zone or way of thinking, I guess, and my creative writing style has completely been destroyed. I am so bad at writing compared to how I used to be, at least, and so it was challenging to get back into the rhythm of writing about myself and reflecting on my experiences and doing research on the schools that I'm applying to. All of that takes different type of mindset and energy than, say, studying for the MCAT. It's a different kind of thing, but it's a good thing. I don't miss sitting in my basement for 8 hours a day studying chemistry and physics. So I just had to get used to now just sitting down and writing essays. So hopefully I have the hang of it now, and as time goes on and as I experience writing more types of essays, it will become faster to complete each secondary. I've noticed that a lot of the secondaries have some commonalities and overlap of themes. A lot of schools like to ask about, what is unique about you that you want the admissions to know, or admissions team to know, or why our school? And I know that question specifically, why our school, is it is specific to each school, so you have to do your research, but I think also there is overlap in that you know what you're looking for in your schools. And for example, if you apply to a lot of schools that are passionate about serving underserved or marginalized communities, that can become a common theme that you use across all of your essays, and then you just tailor it to what that specific school, what opportunities that school provides for its students to serve their local community. So things like that. There's also a lot of schools that ask about, a challenge you faced or an adversity you faced, and reflecting on that. or the diversity essay, which can be a tough one, but I think that once I get that one down, I can apply it to, I could apply it more broadly to different essays across the board. So yeah, I'm excited to see where this process takes me. I'm nervous because it's like when you're done with the secondary applications, that's it. Like, you've done everything you could on your part, and now you just have to wait for the admissions committees to make their decisions. So it is a little bit nerve-wracking, but I know the sooner that I get this process over with, the more likely I'll be able to find out some news about my application sooner throughout the year. So I know that it has to get done, and I can't just keep putting it on the back burner now that the MCAT is over. I get my MCAT scores in late August. I'm very nervous. I've been having nightmares about the MCAT, and just ridiculous nightmares. Like, I had a nightmare that I had to take the MCAT naked, and I was completely covered in hair. Like, who dreams those type of dreams? I don't even know where it came from, honestly. Another dream I had was that my brother, who is not a pre-med major or anything, he has no intentions to do pre-med. I had a dream that he was pre-med and he was struggling to study for the MCAT. So it's like, I'm not even dreaming about myself taking the MCAT anymore. I'm dreaming about other people taking the MCAT. Like, that's crazy. But yeah, so score release is happening in the end of August. I really hope and pray that I don't have to worry about that exam anymore. I don't know. It's tough to get a feel for like how I did. So yeah, well, I will continue checking in with you guys about this entire process. We'll see how it goes.